First of all, the concept of the 5 cardinals and this concept of experiential learning and the experiential transcript was recognized and supported through a $100,000 grant from the National Association of American Colleges and Universities. In 2010, Otterbein was cited by our peers in U.S. News & World Report as one of just 7 up-and-coming institutions in the Midwest as a result of these innovations. Otterbein was also cited in 2010 as one of the top 50 institutions in the country by Washington Monthly, which rates institutions on the level at which their alumni give back to society. And that goes directly to this idea of service and also providing leadership opportunities for our communities around the country. So there's a lot more I could tell you about what's happening on our campus, but the fact of the matter is that our students succeed because they gain knowledge and experience to help them develop as engaged citizens who will serve their communities, their nation, and the world. And then they take those talents out beyond Otterbein, beyond Westerville, and across. Fortunate enough to be a part of one of these study tours. Several of you asked me about my trip to China. I traveled over the Christmas break. We left on November 29th and came back on December 10th with our concert choir. So we had 56 students and 6 chaperones. I use the term chaperone loosely. I was not wandering the hallways at night with a flashlight or anything like that. But what I was doing was observing the way in which our students have become ambassadors to the world. I can't tell you how many times our students sang in Chinese to the Chinese audiences. We visited audiences and performed for audiences in Beijing, in Tianjin, in Xi'an, and then I made a side trip to Shanghai. But everywhere I went, I saw students coming out of their performance after singing in Chinese and having Chinese choirs sing to them in English, which was an interesting experience. Don't stop believing with a Chinese accent is entertaining. Connected with children. They visited a couple of children's schools. They visited with high school students, they visited with adults, they visited with retirees. All of these choirs are of different age groups and represent different kinds of bodies. But as I watched them, it was just completely an inspiration. But my best story is that when we got off the bus at the Great Wall, my son was with us. He was our videographer. And he had a tripod and a video camera in his backpack. And I looked up and I saw about 20 of our choir kids running up. And if you've seen the Great Wall, this is not level, okay? It's a 45-degree angle, 2 miles to the top, okay? Next thing I knew, I looked up and they were at the pagoda up on the top, and my son was videotaping the kids as they sang the Otterbein love song. They also sang their folk songs in Chinese for audiences at the Great Wall and all across the country. So again, these are a special group of students, and they want to take a message out to the world.